Inside of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a Crusader PvP build inside of Diablo Immortal, promising to bring you wins in Battlegrounds, to spank your opponents in Battlegrounds. This build is brought to us by Try from the Revenant's Discord server, which will be linked in the description of this video if you want to discuss the build or, of course, share your own. So what we're going to be doing is showing the actual build itself so you could put this together and try it for all of you Crusader players, and then showing a Battlegrounds match where I believe he went 25-0 utilizing this build right here. It has some great features that I want to share with you inside of today's video. Additionally, I am going to be live streaming nightly, every single night from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. over on Twitch. Make sure you guys come follow. I'm over there, Echo Gaming 1. I actually changed the name because of a new project that I'm working on, Echo Gaming 1, and I would love to see you guys come join me over there. We're going to be working on some Diablo Immortal streams, of course, because that's the game of choice that I have right now, plus more for a project that is not even yet announced. Let's get into some of these skills to start things out. First things first, you're going to be going in utilizing Condemn. Then you're going to be going with Conjuration of Light, Holy Banner, yet of course, and Falling Sword with the primary attack. Now, we're going to be going in with an Awakener's Urge. This is going to be a 4-piece Vithus set. Increases the duration of all your beneficial effects on your party members and you by 30%, and increases the target's attack speed by 30% for 3 seconds each time you use a skill to grant a beneficial effect. 4-piece Vithus. We see this being used in so many different builds for so many different classes as well. Following up that, we're going with Open Cut, and this is going to be the Grace of the Flagellant 2-piece set to unlock those first set properties. All continual damage, channel damage, and persistent ground damage is increased by 15%. Now let's move on to the primary gear and the essences being used in those. We have Arrow Keeper, and look at this. He's using a 1-star Awakened Everlasting Torment gem. These gems are a topic of another video that I'm going to have coming out soon regarding Battlegrounds. And the Essences Commander, the inspiration from Holy Banner now moves with you. Holy Banner cooldown is reduced by 7.2%. Additionally, the cooldown is reduced by 10% because of the Awakened piece of gear. Next up, Iron Suzerain, and what we're using here for the gem is the Pain clasp, I believe. Condemn now continuously drags enemies towards you. Condemn damage increased by 18%, and then additionally another 10% because it's been an awakened piece of gear. Moving on, we have Wind Blessed Pauldrons and another 2-star gem, Mother's Lament, awakened, rank 10. Keep all this in mind with this build as we look through it. Now the essence, or the legendary piece of gear, Conjuration of Life duration is increased by 39%, and Conjuration of Light cooldown decreased by 10%. Moving forward to a set of pants with a 1-star rank 10 Blessed Pebble inside. It's the Permanent Reproach pants. Condemn radius increased by 29%. And Condemn damage is increased by 10% because of the awakened pair of pants. Now keep in mind, guys, that the pants, chest, shoulders, headpiece, all were awakened. This is something that is not a free thing to do inside of Diablo Immortal. Even rank 10 5-star gems you could do it for free if you play the game for 20 years, but awakening gear is something that absolutely cannot be done for free. So that costs approximately $10 per slot. Just putting that out there. If you're completely free to play, that'll be a tough thing for you. Incandescence, Gloom Cask, only a rank 4, 2-star gem right here. And this one is, notice he hasn't had any 5-star gems yet. Final Destination, Falling Sword can now be charged, unleashing a Holy Blast wave to damage enemies. While charging, your movement speed is increased, and you're also immune to knockback and loss of control effects. The further you travel while charging, the attack also increases the damage it deals. Falling sword damage is increased by 18%. I don't know if you heard that, but there's an immunity stage in there as well, which is really cool and can be a big, huge part actually of Battlegrounds. Let's move on to the secondary weapon. Coming in with a rank 10 2-star Fervent Fang. You seeing what we're getting at here, guys? You're seeing this. Legendary Condemn deals 38% increased damage to enemies below 50% maximum life, and the damage is increased by 10%. Now, for all of you that have stances unlocked, level 800 of Paragon or above, this is our second primary weapon. And he does have a rank 7 4-star Seeping Bile inside of this one. Sacred Fire now ignites enemies, burning them for 10,000 plus damage over 2 seconds. Damage increased by 90%. I like that the burning effect happens quickly, over 2 seconds, and not over a 5 or 6 second period. And then right here, Battle Guard gem, a 2-star, rank 10 gem on Torrential Refrain. And the final essence that we're looking at here, Condemn immediately triggers all continual damage and on the targets it hits, causing them to take the remaining damage instantly. The cooldown reduced by 3.6, plus it's awakened, and the damage is increased by 10%. Notice, no Blood Soaked J gem was in here. Only one gem. That's a 5-star, and it was a Seeping Bile. But now I want to take us on over and take a look at actually this build in action, because this right here is pretty impressive. We're going to be taken through the actual battle itself. Now, while this is going on, you're going to be able to see a bunch of kills coming in and how all of these skills and essences and everything is used together. I'm going to read some notes that were brought to us by Why Try. He always shares his notes, his information, which I love. I'll also be putting it in the description of this video as well if you'd like to read along. According to Why Try, this PvP build offers high burst damage, momentary invincibility, and great get in and get out mechanics. Everything you need inside of Battleground. What he's essentially doing here is getting close to the battle, then using Holy Banner and Condemn, and immediately charging in with Falling Sword with the new Incandescence main hand. This allows him to run in while being immune to stun and knockbacks. So he's not going to get stunned, he's not going to get knocked back. It's a really nice way to enter a battle. While doing this, the Banner and Condemn work passively, pulling everything in together and hitting some really high crits with our 4 essences for Condemn, all awakened for 40% more damage. The combination of having multiple continual damage effects plus the Torrential Refrain offhand will also boost Condemn damage quite a bit. Once I've gotten myself in the middle of the fight, I can then use Conjuration of Light. We need for some damage immunity while I stand there attacking away with the primary attack. Falling Sword will come off cooldown shortly after, allowing him to charge back out of danger to heal up and wait for cooldowns from another rotation. You seeing how this is working here? His final notes. With the new update basing matchmaking off of resonance, I'm trying to really maximize my build with the least amount of resonance. As you can see, I have all 1 and 2-star gems except that one slot, and they're all reduced 67%. Gem effects are all reduced by 67% in PvP, but bonuses from awakened slots remain. As I mentioned before, I have all 4 slots for Condemned Awakened, giving me a 40% damage boost. Alternatively, with mediocre 5-star gems, the resonance would boost my base damage more, but then puts me against higher opponents, and I wouldn't get those awakened bonuses. Highly recommend rank 10 lower tier gems. As I mentioned, that is something that is really unique here, and that is a different way to go into Battlegrounds. Typically in the past, what we're all doing is trying to get those rank 5s up as high as we can. But now there's another take at it, and I'm going to go in depth in this in another video and kind of break it down and test it out for myself to see what kind of matches I grab. but it is really interesting to see how you can have a play here utilizing those gems. With that being said, we're not here to have that discussion today. We're more here to have the discussion of this build, which seems to be extremely dominant in and out mechanic, immunity to charge and knockback as well. As you can see, he's up to 23 kills at this point in time. I believe he goes 25-0 in this Battlegrounds match, and really a fun build. Now for me, I switched from the Crusader. I'm back to my Barbarian, so I can't even test this one out. But I will say, as it shows right here, it does a ton of damage. He got stuck right there. Does he get out of the way? He does survive. There's the victory. Let's see if it shows. 25-0 for Y Try on that one. That's the build. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. And do remember, I am live streaming over on Twitch most nights of the week, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Diablo Immortal, and a lot more. I'll see you guys over there. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.